Hello, everybody.
It's Greg and Pip, right? Hey, it's Geek Speak. I am, check this out, we're getting better. I'm Pip. And we get on here each week and we talk about something awesome. And this is Greg.
There we are.
Introduce yourself, Greg.
Hey, everybody. My name's Greg McKinnon. I run Original 72 Creative, and we're a full-service website, graphic design, and digital marketing agency in Vancouver in the Lower Mainland.
Clickety click click I go.
Are you inviting people?
I was inviting people because I was that on it today. Just so you all know, I want to bet. I just want a little bet that I wouldn't say we're live when we went live.
But now you just said we're live.
I couldn't. What did I? No, I did. Did I win? I don't know.
You talked about not saying it, and you said it.
Right after though. After anyway. Hey Ash, wonderful you're here. Awesome sauce. We are talking Google and Google products today, and what we use and why. So I figure Greg and I are always so excited about these things and how they can help us and how we can help you and how you can help us. Right, all that jazzy stuff. So, Greg, why did you want to talk about Google products? And you gonna list your favorite?
I do have favorites, and I have so. I think it's a fun topic because I'm not sure how many people realize how deeply Google is entrenched in our day-to-day lives. Because there's things that I take for granted that I use that I like if they stopped, I would be scrambling like, what do I use or what do I do? Like it's just second nature to be using some of these Google products. So it's going to be fun to talk about some of those and maybe some of the things that people haven't heard of or have heard of but haven't used yet. So
Mm,
we'll get into all of it.
right. I like that. That's true. I'm trying to put Ashley's and Phelan's comment on the screen. There I go. Yay. Uh, hey, look, I can put two on there. They're saying hello, good morning, guys. Yeah, that's a really good reason. So guys, tell us what your favorite Google product is and why. We have categories we put the Google products in. So we put them in what we use on a daily basis, marketing products and web-based. So yeah. Oh, Gwen is here too. Hello, Gwen. So yeah, so talking about Google products. So list the one you couldn't do without. Greg, is there one? Is there one?
Um, well, there's probably a couple, and they're like Gmail, Google Calendar, and Google Contacts. The main ones. I mean, I have an Android phone, and my Google account is linked up, and everything is synced between all of my devices. Which is another thing. Like, I don't know if people you know, part of being in the Google world is that one thing I probably would have a hard time living without is Google Sync, which syncs all of my tabs for my browser from device to device. So anytime I have a link or a favorite or something in my menu on my desktop, I have access to all of that on my phone, on my
Ooh,
tablet, on my laptop.
what kind of phone
And
are you
when I
using?
do a new one, it's on all of them right away because they all sync.
Right. Interesting. So I don't use that. Are you using a Pixel phone?
Yes.
Okay. Failing got a Pixel phone. So one thing in marketing that's super neat is to have a iPhone and a Pixel because those are the two most wanted phones. Um, and so Sarah's joined us, and so has Haley. Hey guys. But um, but yeah. So I haven't got that option. I like that option. Photos seem to work better with the Pixel phone. That's hardware though, Greg. We're not talking about the hardware, but I like that feature.
Hmm.
Switch one day. So Ashley was saying Google Drive. I love Google Drive. I originally there was when do you remember when there was no Google Drive? Do you remember? Because I use a Mac, I used a sharing software. Um, but But yeah, so other things we use on a daily basis. Now for business, Greg, we're going to drill in here. Okay, what did we have? We had for business management, Google Drive, Google Calendar, Gmail, Google Docs. Is there anything we're missing? Because the daily basis is huge. I wish Google had a better CRM, right? But there's integrated CRM. So Google Calendar keeps Gwen really on track and up to date, and her daughter too. Yes. Love me my Google Calendar. I wouldn't know what to do without it.
Yeah, with for day-to-day business stuff, using Drive and being able to do sheets, slides, and docs is and be able to share that with potential clients.
Yeah. So
Very,
the
very
cloud
cool.
storage, right? This is where, I mean, do you pay? Do you pay for any extra drive?
I do not. Part of the bonus of being a Pixel owner is that you get extra storage
Uh,
included when you buy the phone. So
I paid like $26 for the year. It's like $279, right? A go.
yeah, break the bank.
Break the bank, but with all like different every SaaS product, man. You know, there's a
Yeah.
fee. Sarah says hi. Yay, hey. Let's put you
Hey,
up on
Sarah.
screen. Hey, if you guys want your little face beside the picture, where it says what you comment on, just sign up for that Ecamm Live thing. You don't have to buy anything. It just gets you on the screen. Anyway, so Greg, we're more of a marketing group, right? And although we use daily things every day, and we could talk about this stuff all day long, marketing products. This is my cup of tea. The next one's more you for your job, but for my job and marketing products. Gonna drill in here, people, quickly. We got Google Ads. We got Google My Business. My favorites, Data Studio. Like, I love these guys. Analytics, of course. YouTube, Google Search, and Tag Manager. So those are some big ones. Now, I use all of them. I don't use I've used Tag Manager. I need to get better at it because that's where I want to go. But what do you guys use for your marketing that relates to Google? Anything? What do you got, Greg? What do you use? You use all of those too. What do you
For
love?
marketing stuff, yeah, I'll use all of that. The well, AdSense, Google Ads,
Right? I didn't
Tag
mention
Tag Manager. Yeah,
Tag Manager. I didn't mention, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, I didn't mention Google Trends.
yeah,
That's
right. Google
huge,
Trends. Yeah,
right? So this would be in the category of like SEO and pay-per-click advertising, and learning resources. Right? I don't know where YouTube fits. It's like their interesting stepchild, the favored stepchild or something of the
hmm
Google products, right? And Search Console, people don't really use that much, but everybody should.
You know, one thing that's interesting that I thought of when we were planning on talking about Google products is I don't think people think of Google Search as a product,
Mm, it
but
is though.
it is because when you want to find something for your business, when you want to learn something, when you want to do anything,
Do-
you're using Google Search. It's just a natural to search the web, but Google Search is much more than just searching. And we did a topic on this with additional things that you could do when you're searching in Google
Yeah, that was good.
that will add and be able to refine what you're looking for and be more specific.
Hmm.
And people should look for the refresher on that one that we did if they want to find out more about the extra things that you can do in Google search.
We should probably do another one. There's some interesting things you can do, but yes, I think we did. I do use the brackets a lot for exact.
Yeah, yeah.
I find if I for me, I find that because I do AdWords, it feeds into so much more of learning about Google because you learn about things like exact match and just doing those things because you're playing in a sandbox with what Google wants and they tell you. And then although it's a different algorithm, it bridges over into all of my marketing, right?
hmm
But yeah, search is huge and knowing those little tweaky things, right? And so in searches, display ads, retargeting ads, uh, pay-per-click advertising, and SEO, right? And then the maps, all of those, each different one is different, a different algorithm that they use. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, search is and shopping. I didn't mention shopping. Shopping ads are painful for me personally. I don't do them. I am not an expert. I have tried. So what do you guys use for your marketing with Google? Do you use, or which one do you use more? Do you use analytics? Have you tried Data Studio? It's so cool. What about Google My Business? Are you a local business? That stuff's important. Greg, you Google My Business for yourself?
Yes.
Nice. Gwen is saying, I use Google search. So helpful for learning quickly. Yes, it is. And you know, they're always testing us. Like, have you seen recently in the search, like you sometimes get the videos that come up, right? So that's testing us. I sometimes click on those videos. Do you, Greg?
If I'm looking for a video,
Mm,
yeah.
that's
If,
the
if I'm looking for a video, well, I'll do a search, and then when the search results come up, I'll filter and say, just show me video results.
Oh yeah. I always change. I don't know if you guys do this. Do you guys do this? This is an interesting question. Greg, do you change your search parameters for the last year?
No.
Oh, see, I always do. I
Yeah.
always try to. I do that to get the most current information, depending on what I'm searching. I also like to go over to the news. Like, for instance, when I do a daily post in the group on something, if I'm doing SEO stuff, I'll check out the daily and make it the most current. So I'm seeing what people are publishing within the last few minutes, hours. It's kind of cool. So we got, what do you think of Trustpilot? Ooh,
What? What?
I
What do
don't
you
know
think?
what Trustpilot is, Sarah. Um,
Oh, was that a comment? I wasn't watching the feed.
that's okay. I got so many little screens going on. I'm like, yeah, I can tell what's going on. I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna go check it out. I think Greg is on the case right now, which is kind of cool. Kind of cool, right?
I hate when I hear something. I'm like, I've not heard of that.
And that sounds cool. It does sound cool. Um, videos are good. So here's Gwen saying something I wanted to touch on too. This is pretty interesting. Videos are good, but distracting during homeschool classes, right? Different ways to learn. So yesterday, Phelan and I had a thing where I asked him to teach me something, and he sent me screenshots and arrows, and I got really frustrated. And we figured out that's because that's not the best way I learn. Like, I learn best with text and a video, right? And so I guess the reason I click on more videos is because that's my best learning tool. So I'm more audio and visual. So yeah. And we got a comment from Ash. Oh, she filters Google results too. Yeah, Rockstar. Platform that manages Google rating. Oh, interesting. I've heard of a couple of those platforms. You know, you're talking about reviews, right, Sarah, and managing the reviews. I think this is an interesting topic to dive into more, because oftentimes I just recommend people go to like Facebook or Google, but a place where they pull all the reviews is pretty interesting, and I'm sure that might be the way things go in the future, where you send people, and if they give you a 3 or less, they go one way, and if they give you a 4 or more, they go another. So I will check out that. Greg, did you check it out?
I looked it up. I saw it had something to do with reviews, but I'm not aware of it for managing Google reviews, other than going into your Google account and being able to respond and talk to people who are reviewing you. Typically, Google doesn't let you do
There are some
management of the reviews. Like, you can't remove, you can't
you cannot, but
do
yeah,
anything other than respond to them. So I'm not sure if it's something else that she's talking about that gives you more to
interesting.
be able to manage them.
I
But
know.
that would be great. I'd love to. I'd love to know about it, because I have clients that have a bad review and they want it off, and Google will not take it off.
Well, yeah, because that's the reality of life. If somebody had a bad experience, it's
Well, it's
okay.
not even it wasn't even a review from one of their customers.
Oh, we got that too for a client. Aaron's joined us. Hey, Aaron. Um, Chime in about what Google products you use and why. We're talking marketing products we use. Greg, you can't, those getting rid of reviews is impossible. We had one on Facebook that was for a different company in like Australia. And they just got the location. I messaged them.
There's a See More Digital in Australia.
No, it was for a client. No,
Okay.
we only get good reviews here. No, no, no.
Right, that's right. I
We
forgot.
work with our personality and the personality of our clients, and together we are rock stars. However, sometimes it's hard to bridge the being as great as we want to be, right? So bad reviews happen. People have a bad time, right?
Yeah, but
But
reviews are important because I don't think anyone looks at a business and doesn't look at what their star rating for reviews would be before picking up a phone or anything like that. I bet you close to 100% of people searching online will click on a better star review than a crappier star review, and they do look at it.
this is a whole topic because there's so many things here. How you can push down bad reviews with good reviews, how star ratings and actually the map section of Google, people aren't even going to websites. They're looking at, so yeah. But you know, if you look at hotels and stuff, they have a mixed bag. They have good and bad. A company I work with, they have a lot of good and bad reviews, right? So, but that just gives people the real goods, right? Like I went to a restaurant once, I read some reviews. It said bad service and mediocre food. Guess what? We had bad service and mediocre food. So the facts sometimes are the facts. But also, one disgruntled person. Do you, Greg? I know we should not be talking about this because we're talking about something else. But do you go and see? So, say somebody leaves a 1-star review. Do you go and click on that profile? I do. I do because seeing what they do, that person, like, is it all 1 stars or is it like 5 and 1? I do 5s and 1s. I am super satisfied, totally unsatisfied.
Maybe if I was curious to see what these people are doing so that I don't do
Right.
it. But no, typically I wouldn't check out any 1 star reviews.
And yeah, so Sarah was saying that it doesn't help take them off. I am gearing back, rolling it back, Greg. We are getting back into the topic. So those were the marketing products, people. My favorite, all-time favorite is Data Studio. I will tell you, it's super cool. If you have questions about that, PM me. Now, Greg, we're getting into your area of expertise here. So, uh,
Okay.
web-based Google products. You are.
Well, for websites and stuff, I rely on Google Fonts to link and use fonts for the themes that I produce.
Interesting.
So Google Fonts, there's that service is big for me. I have a couple of domain names that I have through Google Domains, and I don't know if a lot of people know Google has a domain service where you could buy and manage your domains. Um, yeah, Google Trends, Google My Business, Google Analytics, Google Search Console,
Yep.
all day-to-day stuff that I'm using when I'm building sites for clients and maintaining sites for clients. So those would be the big ones.
And page speed, you said page speed, yeah.
Yeah, page speed to do some analytics and make sure the site's running efficiently, and yeah.
And you brought my attention to not forget Chrome extensions for marketing. That stuff is, I mean, I don't know which ones you use. I use a ton. They do slow down my roll
Mhm.
sometimes when I'm working, but I do use a lot of them. So and you know that's to test stuff, right? Like when I'm either going after a client or I am checking out a client's stuff, I use
Mhm.
those Chrome extensions to see if they have their Facebook pixel, to see if they have their analytics, to see, you know, are they using Tag Manager? What's wrong? what's going. I want to see their meta. I want to see their, but that that's just a right click and their title, things like.
For web development, I think the only Chrome tool I use is the developer tools. I don't even know if it's an extension or if it's just part of Chrome now. I know there is other extensions you can get which would give you even more, but the basic developer tools that you get with Chrome allow you to inspect the code and do a whole bunch of stuff, and you can even make live edits right there. So a lot of times when I'm looking for issues on sites, I'll just pull up the site and open those tools and start looking for the elements that are causing the problems to see what CSS has gone wrong or not firing because of its hierarchy maybe or whatever, and then be able to just make those changes right there in the browser, and then go and fix the code and upload it.
See, now, Greg, this is why I will say, now I know anybody can build a website. I do know that because I've built a website, and I am an anybody in this category. I will say it's important to have maybe somebody that knows how to code. To be honest, like when it comes right down to it, because I hear you talk, and some of that's like, whoa, what, and it's just not my expertise, and it makes me realize more and more, how well you know your stuff, and the fact that this is an aspect of online marketing that people need to drill into. So I appreciate you sharing your.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the people in the group I know are the do-it-yourselfers. So yeah, I mean, talking about some of these things and helping them maybe learn a little bit of code or figuring out even more that they can do on their own, then that's what I'm here for.
We all start somewhere, right? And to be honest, when you get into the online space, you might want to do everything. And so if you dip your feet in to one area and you're like, that's what I did. I started out building websites, and that's how I fell across you, and that's how we became such great friends, right? And then I really quickly moved away from doing websites. Now, that's not to say I don't like managing them, but I don't like building them. But so it sounds like, you can also, and this was a question somebody asked yesterday in the group, which was about how Google offers a free website.
Yeah.
So Google does offer a free website from Google My Business. And you can use that. However, I have called them and asked about that like a couple of years ago. And if, say, you have your own website and then you want to use that will replace your website. So don't use it, or call them before you try. They have a phone number and you can ask them.
Yeah, it's them actually trying to provide businesses that sign up for Google My Business to give them, hey, do you want a website? Click here, go through the steps, and they'll get you a website set up. It's not meant to be used as an addition to the already existing site that maybe you've built for your business.
Right.
It's meant to be its own, your site for your business. So if you have one already, don't do the Google My Business website thing.
So really good advice. Really good advice. We covered a lot here. We do have some extra time, I will say, because I think I talk fast and we're methodical in our planning here. So Greg, I kind of wonder, if say Google went away, what would you do? I think I'd have to close up shop, my friend. So
close up shop. That's a little drastic,
right? I've been known to have drastic tendencies sometimes of being reactive, hence why I apologize ever so quickly. But yeah, maybe not. But what is the alternative? Microsoft would be the alternative, right?
DuckDuckGo.
And DuckDuckGo, yeah, no ads. It's all right.
But those are just search engines, right? You're going to be looking for the tools. So the one thing that I love about Google products is that because they are all from Google, they're so tightly integrated and work well with each other for the most part. And and it just seems all seamless.
Seamless.
If Google went away, you're not going to have that seamlessness with the replacement products that you're going to be using to do whatever it is you were using with Google.
It's not all seamless though, and if anybody has any other products they use, because I wish it was more seamless. The other things that I use that I open up daily are Trello. Thank you, Greg. Uh, and what's the other one? There's we have a CRM we use that it sits on top of our Gmail. But where is the CRM, Google? Where is it? Why didn't you buy a company that did it and just own the world already? That's my opinion. Just my opinion. Greg.
They should, eh?
Yeah. Why wouldn't they have? You know, I mean, there's so many CRMs. I know there's Zoho, there's HubSpot, there's, you know, and I get to customize things. You need different things. But I'm just wondering why it wasn't an offer. Like, how many of us really use the Google Contacts in our Gmail? And why don't people use it? Because it doesn't flow, right? Just saying.
What do you mean they don't use it? I use my contacts all the time.
I don't use my I kind of use it, but because I'm Apple, so they have a wicked address book. A wicked address book, Greg. Right?
Right. Maybe that's why. Because you're Apple and you use Apple's contacts and maybe Apple's calendar. I don't know.
No. I mostly Google and I switch. I would replace some Apple products with some Google products for sure. It's funny how, you know, the competition is. So we got Microsoft, we got Apple, we got Google, we got Facebook. All of those compete, but are different. So it's, I know a lot of people use OneDrive. So a lot of people use the other calendar and the other email software. And it's a lot. Anyway, Greg, we are running out of time. Funny. So if you guys use products or have suggestions for things people can use, whether it be CRM or email or software to use for your marketing that isn't Google, drop a comment because we want to know. But Greg, next week's special, we're gonna, you know, besides making my internet work really well,
we're gonna have 3 of us here.
We are, and so we are always testing our boundaries and trying to learn. And as you can see, I am almost perfect with video this week. Why? Because I practiced the night before. Why? Because I realized that it stresses me out. I didn't practice with Greg, but I did practice the night before to make sure the pictures were all right. And so being prepared, because I noticed that I get this anxiety and like, I don't know about you guys, but when I get anxiety, I get clumsy and everything's kind of like this and it's painful. Greg, shut up. Anyway, okay. Next week, guys, we are talking with Haley. Let me see if I can say her name right. She is amazeballs. We are talking. We are talking with Haley. You don't get to know her last name yet, and we're talking about building your brand. Haley comes from Nova Scotia. She is amazing. She helps business owners build their brands. She has an extensive background in this type of stuff. So we're super excited to have her here, and we get to practice a video. It's going to be a little different because we'll have 3 people on a screen and I'll be trying to maneuver that. So if you'd like a good giggle, might be a good day to do it. Come and join us. We'd love you. So building your brand. I know we all know a lot about this, but if you're on your lunch break or you have some time, join us. Right, Greg?
Absolutely.
And Greg, I guess we're done. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. It was awesome. And a great talk. If you want certain things talked about or you have topic ideas, we could always use them. Greg, are you doing anything special or can you tell people where to find you or what questions to ask?
Not doing anything special other than focusing on graphic design this year more in my business. So if anyone wants to talk graphic design or need any graphic design services, give me a call. They can reach me on my website, original72.com, or get in touch with me in the group.
Right. Always ask Greg a question about websites or creative stuff. And I'm Pip. You can find me in the group or on my page. I'm around. It's Thursday, so I'm around more than usual. Oh, who is saying that? Somebody says, what? I missed it? No. I don't even know who you are. I can't even see.
Jethro.
Oh, is that my brother?
It could be.
Jethro, you said Jethro?
Last name, Seymour.
That's my brother. Yeah. I got to talk to him actually about a house. Great info, guys. Aw, thanks, Jay. You're awesome. He has his own group now too and does lives. And I was so impressed that his marketing he's pretty off the hook. That's a Toronto thing though, and we're not interested in that group because it's Toronto stuff. If you're buying a home in Toronto, contact him. Other than that, Greg, I will see you in the group, and we will see everybody next week. Great.
Yes.
Bye.
Everybody.
Bye.